Hey everyone, my name's Taylor. I'm the owner of Elor Event Planning. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about virtual bridal showers. In this time of COVID, you're probably having a lot of different wedding activities planned, and one of them might be your bridal shower. So today we're going to talk about some different ways to still have your bridal shower. Now, obviously, you're going to need a virtual channel to have your bridal shower on. So there are a ton of options. There's Zoom, FaceTime, Skype, GoToMeeting, Google Hangouts. You can do a Facebook Live. There's a thing called Uvu, or a bunch of different others. So my recommendation would be to do your research and figure out which option is going to work best for you and your guests. The next thing you need to think about is inviting people to your virtual bridal shower. So I still recommend doing a physical invitation if you'd like to. Have instructions on where the bridal shower will be taking place, whether it's FaceTime or Google Hangouts or something like that. Have some pretty basic instructions on how to do it and all the meeting information. This includes date and time with time zone, the link to your conference, a little kind of explanation on how it's going to work, just because it's not something everyone's familiar with, and give people a way to RSVP if necessary. You still might want to have this option, especially if you're going to send out gifts, or you want to know how long you should wait to see if most of your guests are on the call with you. And you're also going to want to have where you're registered listed on your invitations. So another suggestion I have is to just play some music when you start the call, as people kind of come in, as you would when you have people in your home. Kind of play some music, let people mingle and talk, and then you can kind of get into the meat of the bridal shower, if you will. So that can start by the host or you, the bride, saying, "Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming to my shower today. I want to really welcome everyone and thank you for taking the time out of your day to try this kind of new, different thing." And then you might ask your guests to go around and introduce themselves and say how they know you. This might be a really important time when you're doing an introduction to talk a little bit about video call etiquette. So that might look like you explaining to some of the older people or people who are not experienced with Zoom or FaceTime or whatever you're using, that it's really helpful to mute yourself when you're not talking, so that there isn't a ton of background noise and everyone can hear the conversation really easily. Now, there's kind of two aspects of bridal showers that I consider to be major components. So we have the gifts component and the games component. So I'm going to talk about the gifts component first. You can still have people send gifts to you, and you can open them on the call and kind of read the card and do that just as you normally would. Or another option that people have suggested is have people just wrap the gifts up in their own home on your behalf and have the person who's giving the gift open it and you can see what the gift is. Now, there might be a little flaw with this, because you still have to get the gift to them. So kind of figure out how you're going time-wise, if people have enough time to ship all the gifts to you, if there's like an extra fee associated for them. If you have a lot of people in town, they could just drop off the gift. So think about that. Along with the gift component, a lot of times showers give gifts to their attendees, like door prizes or thank you gifts or things like that. I think you should still totally consider them. And I think if you have a lot of people who are coming to the shower who are local, it's really cool if you can offer a food gift, because part of the fun of going to showers is having a mimosa and having like some brunch food. So maybe you can find a place that'll deliver cupcakes or other brunch foods, maybe some bagels or something to your guests as kind of like a thank you for coming, but also kind of create the community because you're all eating something together. Etsy has a lot of really super easy and inexpensive ideas. Again, especially if a lot of people are local, you can do things like they have coffee packages you can put your name on and have thank yous on that. They have luggage tags, soaps, they even have like champagne gummies you can send to people. So lots of really cool ideas ideas, and it kind of thanks people for taking the extra step of mailing a present to you in these crazy times, so everyone just feels really appreciated and connected. The second aspect of showers is games. Just because you're doing a virtual type thing doesn't mean that the games aren't possible or that they have to be cheesy, because I know there's a lot of people out there that hate cheesy games. So one option to do that's kind of fun over video is charades. You can also think about doing a paint and sip night. If you're able to procure a little canvas and some paints, and you're able to drop that off to your attendees' house along with their thank you gift, you can do a little paint night and have maybe your more artistic friends lead everyone in painting something. You could also do a similar thing with flower arranging if your local florist is able to deliver some flowers for you and maybe even teach class. You can also keep it super simple and just have a cocktail hour and encourage people in their invitations to pop some champagne and orange juice and have mimosas. It can be just as chill. One thing that I really love the idea of is doing bridal bingo. So you take your registry using an online website, you can make them into bingo boards, and people can play the bingo boards and check off as you get gifts and try and get bingo. That's a really great and fun way to kind of keep people engaged in the monotony of opening gifts and make it fun. Another easy game I like is Name That Tune, where the host plays a snippet of a popular song and guests try and guess the name of the song. So you could have like a list of 10 different songs, and whoever gets the most songs right on their sheet wins a prize. I also like the idea of doing a scavenger hunt, kind of like a thing where the host would read off who can find a red lipstick, and guests have to get up and leave and go find the red lipstick, and whoever can bring it to the camera back the fastest wins. Now I recommend, if you can, definitely offer digital gift cards as prizes for these games. A lot of times people do gift cards at bridal showers either, so this is super easily translate to a digital concept by just being able to send them a digital gift card so they can maybe order out or have something stockpiled for when we can go back and adventure in the world. Make sure you're focusing on the fact that you're trying to shower the bride with love and community in this special time, and keep things as normal as possible. I know that some people think it might seem like a gift grab, but trying to keep the same structure and normal activities in the shower makes it seem really genuine, and you're focusing on the bride and making things as normal and full of love and community as possible. I really encourage you to make that your focus, and I think you'll have a really great time. So if you've done a virtual bridal shower, I totally want to hear about it. Send me a DM, send me an email, mention it in the comments, or if you've attended one, let me know if there's some super good ideas that I should totally pass on. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon.